I drew one drawing every day for 7 days. The first thing I did was draw Moon Knight, because of trends, obviously, as a comparison for a before and after shot. And as you can probably tell, it looks trashy. And of course, starting from these 7 days, I decided to research ways to improve my technique, dexterity, and color. Using the knowledge that I gathered from these videos, I drew my OC, Rox, and it is a vast improvement. But I still wasn't quite there, so I decided to draw characters and shapes excessively for a week. I won't just be doing a drawing a day, I will be rating my drawings out of 10 to see how much I have improved. The first day was my introduction to how painstaking this monotonous task was going to be. I did a whopping 3 layers of circles. This took me 3 hours to do. And then I drew some random dude who was pointing his thumb up at me. He had less than stellar shading and some really bad highlights. So putting all of this into consideration, I give this a 2 out of 10. On day 2, I only did 2 layers of circles. Oh no. I decided to draw an actual character this time. That character being my character, Rox. It was pretty much the same, if not worse, than the previous drawing. The anatomy sucked, the lighting sucked, the shadows sucked. Basically, it all just sucked. Anyway, 2 out of 10. But I mean, hey, it's gonna be better than this. This day marks the downfall of circles. No, I did not draw a circle for the rest of the week. But hey, at least the quality rose significantly. I drew my favourite character, Venom. I like the eye shape, and the anatomy was a vast improvement from the previous drawing. The highlights are much better than the ones before. 5 out of 10. Carnage is cool. At least his giant scythe is. The pose is kind of cool, you know, it's pretty good. But the anatomy definitely just went whoop. I mean, look at the waist. Look at the waist. How short can a waist be? It's a midget. It's just a midget waist. But the epic highlight kind of make up for it. 4 out of 10. Moving on. On day 5, I drew Spider-Man. This Spider-Man had the best webbing pattern I've ever done on a Spider-Man drawing. It also had relatively good anatomy. Also, I tried a background, as you can see here. It looks pretty good, but you know, it's like my first attempt at a background. But hey, if you want to see me do a background, just leave a comment below there. Anyway, 6.5 out of 10. Day 6 was my 3rd attempt at drawing Stanford Pines from one of my favourite shows, Gravity Falls. He is my favourite character from the series, and for a while, that drawing turned out to be my favourite drawing of all time. That was of course until Day 7's drawing came along, which is my favourite drawing of all time. However, Stan just gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Still pretty good. The best drawing I've probably ever made. Wolverine. I think it's my ability to draw and shade 2D objects as if they were 3D. And my use of the multiply blend mode made for some excellent shading. It's so good. Well, did I improve? Well, I think comparing day 1's drawing to day 7's drawing, I improved more than I could ever imagine. It was certainly worth it as well. Drawing one drawing a day for 7 days straight is very good for you, especially when you try something different each and every time. Try different things, get out of your comfort zone, and do things you don't want to do. It all comes down to trying something different and challenging, because that's the only way that you'll learn. And in the end, the more you learn, the greater you'll be.